Hello, this is Frame Fix for Flame. It is based on Alex Harding's time frame fix for Nuke. It's a great tool to have. It works really well. I thought that Flame could use it as well. I just dug into the gizmo that he made and translated the expressions to work with Flame. This tool allows you to set the actual frame to be fixed. The expression offsets the frame or frames to frame 1, applies the motion estimation time warp needed to build your new frames, and moves them back to their original place in the sequence. In this example, we have a boy, and on frame 3, his face is turned upside down. We will pull out the frame fix. The controller that kind of lets you do everything here. Let me set my contexts. The time offset here sets which frame you want to fix. The selection is how many frames you want to fix, and the amount is a limiter. We're not normally going to do more than a few frames, so it's set to 10, but you can go, I guess, until you break the mux. So for our example, 3 is the frame we want to fix. Here's context 1 at frame 1. Let's go to frame 3. And context 2 is the new face that's been rebuilt. Let's see if we can do a... Well, 6 frames is not very exciting to watch, but looks better than that. We can compare. Already had it. Why's my pen doing that? Here's the original face. Here's the rebuilt face. Pretty close to what there is. Here's another example where we have several frames that are messed up. There we are, 140. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 frames that are bad, starting at frame 140. So 140, 4 frames, context 1, context 2. Let's do this. Context 1, context 2, and as we go to frame 140, you can see these frames have been rebuilt. There is the mux at the end that auto switches from the original plate, switches over to the fixed frames, and then back to the original plate. So you're not, running motion estimation through all of your frames. It's keeps your stuff nice and clean. You can also fix roto that may be messed up as well simultaneously. So footage, roto, mats, original mat, repaired mat, let's do our why is this not taking me back? This is hard to do. Context 1, context 2. There we are. And all of our stuff has been repaired and fixed. 140 is a silly frame to start on. But there you have it. We've fixed the front and the back very quickly. I do have one other example. Fluid morph. I have a clip of this child I found. Whoa, what have I done? Talking about how his dad's...
Because he doesn't yell a lot, and he's not a really bossy person.
Yeah, he's not a bossy person. So I've trimmed it down to something less stammery.
He's not a really bossy person.
And prepped it for batch without the cross dissolve. It gives me a mux where the two switch. So 37 is my first frame before it jumps. So in the controller I've said B frame 37. I've told it to be 5 frames long. And if I view 1 and 2, context 1, context 2, as we jump through, you can see that on the right we've got our fluid morph. Unless this is not. Let's see if it'll play. So it plays pretty nice. There's some dragging in his sweater. And there's the big move from the difference between the two plates. But you could stabilize the plate, rebuild the background, and re-add and drift if you wanted, but the fluid morph is pretty good. I did do an option where I took the machine learning Python plugin and built new frames once I was happy with the ones, and did the same thing. Stabilized it. Didn't bother rebuilding for this tutorial, but very amazing results from that machine learning plugin. Don't know really what else to say about this other than it's been a super handy tool. I guess for fluid morphs, it's nice to be able to bring them into here and, you know, be able to move around a little bit, picking a new starting frame, a new ending frame, and sort of what feels the best motion-wise. Sometimes they can be very jarring. Sometimes you only need 3 frames, but it's nice to fool around with it. If you don't get, if you can't have the ML time warp, this is a pretty good solution to not have to jump around, move a bunch of things around, drop stuff back in. It's very handy to be able to do it, for me, to do it just where it's supposed to be in the timeline and just type the frames and not have to figure it out. Hopefully it's helpful. I'll figure out how to upload it everywhere soon. Thanks for watching.